In the following video, we will go over how to add in parts into Control. We will cover adding parts using the Adjust Part Info screen, as well as adding parts using the Part Setup screen. Okay, let's go to Control. The first way I'm going to show you how to add in a part into the system is using the Adjust Part Info screen. To get to that screen, you will go to Setup, Pricing Setup, and then you would select the Adjust Part Info. Alright, so let's go ahead and collapse this first column so we get more room. And let's start here at the top where it says select part type to update. You have a drop down of all the different part types in the system. In this case, I'm going to leave material selected, as well as there are templates already assigned to each of your parts. Some that are area-based templates and others that are cost-based templates. In this case, let's select the area-based. And what that does is filter down our list here at the bottom for 5 different templates. In this case, I want to look at the flat stock digital vinyl area-based pricing templates. And what that's going to do is going to bring up all the parts that have that template associated with it. And now the next thing I want to do is actually clone one of these parts so I can create a new one in the system. So I'm going to click on my clone button, and then it's going to open up my new part screen. And then from here I would want to change the name of my part. In this case, I'm only going to change the size. Alright, now in this part type section, this is where we're going to define what type of part it is. We're going to leave it at material. And of course we can come here and change the accounts for our costing. In this case, I want to leave those the same as well. I want to leave my computed costs as the computed material, and I want to leave my expense account as the miscellaneous material expense. So now let's move on to the next tab, which is the consumption tab. The previous part was consumed on a sheet basis, so I kind of want to keep that same unit type, because in the system the consumption formula is based off of this stocking unit. And of course I want to keep my rounding at a quarter of a sheet as well. Let's move on to the cost tab. The previous part was at $47.61 per sheet. In this case, let's change that amount to 35 even. And the markup for it was at 4.1. Let's change that to 3.5. Now what that 3.5 means is that Control is going to take the cost of this particular material and then look at this multiplier and then multiply the cost by this multiplier to get our actual price for this particular part. Now after cloning a part, you will want to take a look at the products tab to see if there are any products or products linked to this part that should not be linked there. If there is, then you want to check off those products and then click on this remove button to remove it from the part. Otherwise, if they are supposed to be there, you can leave them in that list. The same will go for modifiers and the vendors tab. They will work in the same fashion. The next thing is we want to go to our digital vinyl flat stock substrates tab. And then configure it for this particular part. So in this case, we said that our sheet size was 18 by 24. Maybe I'm going to charge a little bit less here, say $10 a square foot for the price. 7.5 for the scrap, and then I'll leave the one time and the second side markup the same, as well as I can go through and change the values for my mounting, and then applying cut vinyl to the actual material. So once I'm done entering in all the values for this part, I can go through different tabs as well, but once I'm done configuring those, I want to click on my OK button. And then Control is actually going to add that part to the list. Now, another way to add in a part into the system is to go to Setup, Pricing Setup, then you want to click on Part Setup, and then now you have a category list of all your parts in the system. In this case, I want to go back to that core we were working with, so I'm going to go to Materials, Substrates. Let's open up this column a little bit. I want to select my flat stock substrates, and I'm going to scroll down some and click on the plus sign next to Coroplast Sheets. Here's the part that we created earlier, and I can come in here and create, use the same steps in creating it by clicking on the clone button, and then going through the same tabs as before to set up this particular part. This will conclude the video.